in for the first 5-10 minutes. But let's say you do hello to the folks that are in here. Howdy, y'all, Ellie. In fact, this one scared me. She put this message in at 5:22, and I went to look and make sure that I didn't screw up and like schedule this for yesterday or something like that. And we got E-Rock, Nicholas E. Look at that beard. Ellie back in again saying howdy, y'all. Beards and Vinyl, good to see you. Sean, how are you? In fact, it's kind of funny. I'm always looking up at the count, and it lags, so I'll think no one's in here.
Yeah.
How's it going, Joey Hookham?
I do the same thing. Or the comments, you're already commenting on something that they've corrected.
And I was just mentioning to Tyler that I was going to wait a couple minutes to really get started in on this hard-hitting interview until, we give a couple of people a chance to roll in. So, and by the way, as far as the shipping of your products, is part of the delays that occur have to do with COVID still?
I'm assuming so. I think it depends on what's going on at the border, because the holdup is always customs. So if it gets through customs right away and they don't have to do a second scan or check, or they don't pull it, then it goes pretty quick. But if it gets pulled, it just sits there until someone does their inspection on it and then gets released.
Are you ever tempted to, are there any liquids? No, no liquids.
It's so tempting. So tempting to just, be like, it's nothing in there. There's nothing important.
And yes, Beards and Vinyl, in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to interview the controversial Tyler of Woolley Wizard. We'll see if he can handle the heat. So it's not COVID then, because I know.
Well, there was a time where it was. There we go. But now it seems to be more of why is this controversial? It seems to be more. It's just like border delays, like custom delays. I don't know if they're COVID related. Like I mean, it could be if they have people off, like staffing wise.
Yeah,
that's usually what it comes down to with all of it, is like, are there staff at the post office? I know in like here, there was at the main post office, there was a whole like group that got sick at the same time, and it just backlogged everything.
Oh yeah, that could do it. Well, since we've got 12 people in here, I thought I'd get started. My first question, Tyler, is what are your thoughts on why you're considered such a controversial figure?
It's the flannels. It's being Canadian.
Okay, I was hoping I'd get a real answer. If that's the way you want to play it, that's fine. I had hoped this would be a friendly interview, but gonna take what I get. Isn't it true that you operate an international online gaming operation?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do the words "weird oil roulette" strike a bell?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's true. It's true.
It's true. Now, are you aware that there are an estimated 2 million U.S. citizens that are addicted to gambling?
Yes, and I believe that at least 20 of them come to roulette every week.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you, how many of that 2 million would you estimate your gambling operations are responsible for?
I think at least 20.
At least 20. I'm
Maybe
glad
more.
to see that you're willing to be honest.
We do have people that have left. They're too addicted.
Too much. Now another tough question. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is green.
Green. Mine too. Used to be blue. Somehow I switched to green.
Green, I know it's the best color.
I'll bet you $20 that's close to. And Glorious has 1,000 on red.
These we may have some addicted people in the chat tonight.
Gary's one of your victims. Love Them Labs is here, which means I have to call my buddies. Frank, Beans, come on, boys. Say hello to Love Them Labs. See, you're getting a little break, Tyler. Because the real tough questions were about. There we go. Say hi to your buddy, Love Them Labs. Don't be a pig. Give Frank the other one. All right. And Joey Hookham says, I think Tyler is Willy Wonka's nephew. All right. What else do we have here? Okay. Oh, when was Willy Wizard born? I looked on your website and I didn't really see an about area.
It was 2017, technically, when I started kind of making product. Started out like pretty basic, but yeah, about 2017. And then really started getting like heavier into it and like branding more like within the next year, 2018 or so. But it like technically, if you looked on like way back at the beginning of Instagram, it was 2017. I think it was February.
Now, all in all, if you had to do it over again, would you?
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
That's good to hear.
I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, I learned like a lot along the way. Changed like a lot of things, but yeah, no, I wouldn't. I definitely do it again.
Yeah, and I would think 2017 is somewhat in the beginning of the onslaught. I mean, you got in there before really there was a mass stampede.
Yeah, so companies. Like especially where I am, see the whole reason that I started getting into it was the company that I was using went out of business and they were local to me. And there was nowhere else that was like local that I could get it from. Shipping from the States is always a challenge and very pricey. So there wasn't much up here at that time. So that's kind of where like that all started, and why I started doing it was mainly because I was like, I think I can like do something with this. Yeah. And I wanted product for myself. And then, you know, it just kind of snowballed. Like people tried it. They're like, oh, this is really good. Like you should start making it. And then just refining. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Ellie wants to give a shout out to Weed and Tequila for helping her get over COVID.
Perfect. I'm glad that worked for you.
Okay. Now, what's my next question? Now, do you think Canada, as a constitutional monarchy, represents a threat to the United States?
No.
In that vein, did the John Candy movie Canadian Bacon upset you?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen it.
That's a movie where John Candy and a few of his friends invade Canada.
I need to see it. I'm not a movie person. I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm probably the worst for that.
It was a pretty good movie. Somebody else from Saturday Night Live was on there. Dan Aykroyd.
Okay.
As a Canadian police officer in Quebec, and John Candy had a trucker with Canada sucks and all this on it, and they made him write it in French. You know.
Of course. It's everyone always associates that like the French because we're like, yeah, because of Quebec.
How many cents do you currently offer?
Oh boy, I was like, why did you have to ask that one?
Is that a?
Because I always forget how many there actually are.
In the main line, if I remember right, I think there are 8. 1, 2, 3,
7.
4,
yeah,
5,
there's one was
7,
one
8.
was a limited, so I think there's currently 7.
And I think Sean is saying in Quebec. I don't know what he means by that.
Sean's in Quebec.
From Quebec.
Yeah.
Hello, Russ. Now, how many flannel shirts do you own?
Oh my god, like tons of them. See, like actually tons of them. I don't know, like at least 15.
And
Maybe more.
As a Canadian citizen, how many flannel shirts are you required to own by law?
You must require like at least one.
At least one?
Sean, I'm hoping you have lots of flannel shirts too. I feel like you would.
Now, how about your favorite food?
Oh,
that's a tough one.
Oh, like I definitely like anything like barbecued food is my favorite for sure. I would go like burgers or steak.
Gotcha. I have a hard time choosing between, burgers and steak, or maybe pasta with sausage. It's a tough one. And I've got to tell you, right near me, within 2 miles of my house, one of the best barbecue places in the world is right there next to me. Yeah, but for me, I don't really love great barbecue. I kind of like in between barbecue. I like, like the beautifully done smoked dry rubs. I like them, but I kind of rather just have barbecue sauce.
Just like simple barbecue, sauce on it. And you know what? Everything though tastes better on the barbecue. Everything.
It does. It does.
It doesn't matter what it is. Good. That's right. I knew Sean had at least one.
I actually tried cooking a steak in my air fryer a couple weeks back, and it wasn't a pretty picture.
Poutine, yeah. Solid choice.
Poutine a food?
You've never had poutine?
Oh wait, is poutine those rolls?
No, it's like fries with gravy and cheese curds.
No, never.
Oh my goodness.
I've got to ask you if you know of this food. It's my family on my mother's side was from Canada, and they moved to Woonsocket, Rhode Island, which was pretty much 90% Canadian French up until, maybe 50, 60 years ago. Have you ever heard of dynamite?
Like as a food?
Yeah, like a sandwich food.
No.
Dynamite is this Canadian French, basically like a sloppy Joe.
Okay.
But different, with peppers and onions, and a lot of times they don't use just ground beef. There's like pork and other things in there. But so you've never heard of it. It might have developed here and not from there. But if you were ever in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, everybody knows what dynamite is. You go anywhere but that town, you can't find it.
Well, I want to know if Sean knows about this. Dynamite.
Corey, you missed some of the more controversial questions at the beginning.
I have to go back and watch them.
Yeah. And Gary says it's a little too risque. Hey, Bearded Rudy. I don't know where I get poutine. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. I can't believe you haven't, like, yeah, I guess it is such a Canadian thing. I never think of it as that, but Kyle, poutine, you guys aren't that far away.
And Corey says his stepdad just drove through Woonsocket. He should have gotten himself a dynamite sandwich while he was there. Back milk.
I mean, it's like cereal, right?
Dynamite Napoleon. He was from Canada too, right? It's another movie.
I have watched Napoleon Dynamite. That one I know.
Okay, let's get back to the tough stuff here.
Oh no.
Okay, now do you know who wrote the Canadian national anthem?
No.
You can give me either the person that came up with the original French version, the English version,
or
the
composer.
Well,
now we're going into trivia. I'm done.
Adolphe Basile Routhier wrote the French version, followed up by Robert Stanley Weir, who did the English version, and the music was composed by Calixa Lavalley. Now, I know you didn't know those names, but to your knowledge, were any of these men ever prosecuted for that? writing to the Canadian
I
national
don't
anthem?
know. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so.
All right. It's a wonderful song. Speaking of crimes, do you believe you should have been prosecuted when you removed castor from your blend?
You would think so, based on people's responses. But I like castor, so it's not that I don't like it, but I know a lot of people do. But it just didn't work with that blend.
Got it. Bearded Joey Hookham mentioned that he has 2 realms in Beard.
Oh, nice.
And I believe I have 2 realms on the way.
Yeah, you do. I'm surprised it's not there yet, to be honest with you. It's probably stuck at that border.
Yeah, probably in customs and Gary said he heard you can find poutine in Russia.
I get it.
And don't ask what's in Beard tonight because I don't remember this morning. Timber Trail Bomb. Is that one of yours? I've actually got, what do I have? I didn't bring it with me. Fireside Bandit in tonight.
Oh, nice.
Oil in butter. And I did do a review of it a couple of weeks ago, and I've got to say, it is my most favorite peach ever. In fact, now I've tried other peach scents that I really really like, but they don't even smell like peach to me anymore. It's like a kind of close to peach. Not right there.
I'm glad you're liking that one. That scent came out of Roulette.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, as far as the removing castor, I had no idea because I just really learned about your oils recently. I think it was E-Rock that let me know that castor had been in it, and you pulled it out.
Yeah, I heard it from him for sure.
Now, how long ago was that?
Well, that would have been last year, about this time last year.
Yeah. As a fan of castor, was there something that caused you to? Well, I'm sure there was something that caused you to do it, but I think you just mentioned it wasn't working with the blender.
Yeah, it was making the blend too thick. So that was the only reason. It just wasn't working in the blend.
Got it. I can see how someone, even if it wasn't working to what you needed it to do, but I mean, I think a lot of times I would prefer a castor that's not working than to almost anything else.
Yeah,
I don't love your oil the way it is. I almost feel bad that E-Rock mentioned it to me. Now I kind of wish like I could go back in time and at least give it a shot.
I think you have Quest, right? Yeah, you have Quest.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the old blend.
Oh, okay. I've got to go back and try that again. In fact, I was just wearing that for a couple weeks when I did that the Blackberry video.
Yeah, so that would have castor in it, that one.
Okay, all right. Yeah, in fact, I said that was the best feeling beard of the 5.
Yeah.
Yep. And Joey says he loves Metafoam. I don't know anyone that doesn't. Everybody loves Metafoam.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Now, looking at your lineup of 8 cents, do we have anything new coming for the summer?
So that 2 realms is kind of spring summer.
Yeah.
And then I have a re-release of Summer Crush from last year.
Summer Crush. What was that?
So that's like a orange, like fizz, like an orange crush.
You had me at orange.
And then for this year's, I added a little bit of vanilla to it. Just a little bit on the back end. So there's that one. And then I have another one that I'm hoping to release, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it or not. I planned on doing it, but yeah, I got a bunch of shows coming up, like trade shows. So I don't know if I have time to release another scent or not.
And I now really am kind of jealous of Beards and Vinyl. It sounds like he hit the beard oil roulette mega prize with a blend of bacon, Coke, fizzy pops, and maple.
That one was like one. That was one of the worst ones that I've had to make.
Is that the one you were talking about where you almost felt bad putting it together?
Yeah. He messaged me and asked me how it was. And I was just like, that's not my favorite.
And shockingly, he's willing to give it away.
Yeah.
And Ken cheated. He removed an ingredient from Quest to make it a custom. No, I removed an ingredient from 607.
Right. Yeah. Not Quest. That wasn't Quest.
Summer Crush. Kyle says he loves it.
Yeah, he did like that one. Now with vanilla.
And Gary's not a fan of that beard oil roulette winner.
I know, like we've talked about this before, but I don't like bacon. I can't do it.
I've still got one more company to try with bacon, just plain bacon. I can't even remember the name of the company. I just want to try a beard oil that actually smells like bacon and see what I think.
Yeah, so, you want like just straight bacon?
Yeah.
Straight bacon.
And Gary's mistake. Now, as far as that Beards and Vinyl scent, who did that? Did he do that to himself?
It was just a roulette scent, and I think I can't remember when that was. That was early on. So there was no removing, I don't think.
Oh, okay. You were just stuck with whatever came up.
I think so. He might know better than me. I have a hard time keeping track of them all because I think we're at like 120 maybe now. Like there's so many.
Yep. Oh, and Gary says, you know how I feel about savory foods in my beard. I just want my dogs to love me.
Oh, they would love you with the bacon. That's for sure. If you have one that smelled exactly like it.
We've got BHR here. Good to see you. And Beards and Vinyl wants me to check my DM. He's got a picture of him eating bacon. Yeah, I don't know how to share this right now. So I'm done with my hard-hitting questions. I don't think that was all that bad.
No, I'm just going to go to jail now.
The international gaming operation.
I did worry about that when I first started doing it on YouTube because I was like, I wonder if that's going to get taken down. But it hasn't. So we're good.
I don't think they're that strict. I mean,
you're not technically gambling.
Yeah. In Beards and Vinyl wants to know if you can tell us about the new scents that you recently got. I think he's talking about supplies.
You're gonna have to wait. I'm not done playing with them yet.
No, I think he just wants to know what they like. If you've gone from 110 to 120.
For like what we've made? I don't know what all those ones are.
Or if you've got 120 cents, what are the 10 newest ones?
Yeah, I don't want to give those away yet because I'm working on something for fall and I'm doing a collab. So I'm gonna keep those secret for now.
There we go. That should have been one of my questions, so that way I could catch you ducking one.
Lips are sealed.
Now, and we've got beard oil roulette next week, correct?
Yeah. It's the first week of the month, right?
Yeah. I've got a few things. I was going to try and do some YouTube shorts to try and get the word out about it. Going to try and get a little creative over the weekend.
Awesome.
A little bit of Thunderdome action.
Yeah, the Thunderdome. Everyone's Wheel of Doom.
Well, everyone chanting, face the wheel, face the wheel.
Oh, that's going to be good.
And Gary says, you have so many good ingredients. It's really hard to beat sweet orange and chili. You know what? Sweet orange and chili is in that Fireside Bandit, right?
No, that's in that 2 realms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only time I've used that, actually. That was because that one was Kyle's favorite.
The orange and chili?
Yeah.
And Beards and Vinyl wants to know what the scent was that you made from that roulette that you were surprised at how much you liked it. I guess one that sounded horrible, that was good.
Ooh. I don't even know if I can answer that question. Because I have to like look at the list of what. I mean, when we. Oh, you know what? There was one that was. It was Dr. Pepper, tobacco, Nag Champa. I forget what the fourth. There was something else in there. That one I didn't think it was going to be good. That one was amazing. I almost made that into a scent, like a permanent scent.
In my mind, I can see the Dr. Pepper and tobacco working really well. In the Nag Champa as being like a question mark. Maybe
it added this spice to it, and I forget what else was in it. There was one other ingredient, and it was amazing.
You have it written down somewhere, right?
Yeah. Now, I have a list of all of them.
If you were to come up with that, would that be more of a full scent, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a heavier, it's a heavier scent for sure.
Heavier, earthier, not. Yeah. I love the summer months. I love summer scents.
Me too.
And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, summer scents are year-round scents,
I wear the lighter ones all the time anyways. So yeah, I agree with you. I like the citrus and the fruit scents for sure.
Yeah. I mean, in the summer, I tend to stay away from my tobacco scents. I think I mentioned barbershops. Yeah. They kind of wear on me during the summer. 90-degree heat in a nice barbershop. It just doesn't do it for me.
I'll still wear tobacco in the summer, but usually it has to be blended with something that's like a little lighter.
Hey, Dave Luxurious Bastard just stopped in. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I love things like peach and tobacco, pretty much anything in tobacco. In fact, one of the scents that I heard of the other day that really surprised me, it was it was coffee and citrus. Which I never really thought of. And when it was mentioned, I was like, you know what, that I guess could really
work. Really good. I like orange and coffee together is amazing.
And have you ever had a scent like that, or even made by somebody else?
Yeah. Oh, I made it as a custom before, but I've never had it as like a permanent scent.
Yep. Is it amazing or just interesting?
I think it's really good. I wouldn't put it in like my top 10, but that's also pretty hard to do. I liked it. It was really good.
Yep. And was it like a coffee and cream plus orange or black coffee and orange?
It was more of like a black coffee and then the orange.
Yeah, I wish I could remember who was putting that out. To me, it was unique. I had never heard of such thing, and it got my wheels turning a little bit.
There's some really good, if you like coffee scents, there are some really good coffee scents out there.
I'm kind of, for a while, I was really into black coffee scents, and then I just kind of, been there, done that, kind of lost interest.
I do that all the time where I kind of go through cycles of really liking certain things. Like I was really big, last summer, campfire, in anything. I was loving it. And then I kind of burnt out on it a bit.
I hear you. I think I might have burnt myself on blackberry just a little bit. I think I was wearing nothing but blackberry for like 3 or 4 weeks. It was.
Yeah, that was when you're doing your like a review or a video on that, especially when you're comparing, if you're wearing the same thing all the time, especially when you're used to switching it up, it gets to be a bit much.
Yeah, if I had to pick something to wear nonstop for 3 weeks, blackberry was a good choice, but and all of them were good. So in a way, it was a fun 3 weeks. In a way, it made me appreciate some of the ones that were lower down on my list a little bit more, like the prize pie was a nice, refreshing, something different, as well as the one by 8-bit.
Right.
Not.
Oh yeah, that was the Two Town.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good scent.
Yeah. But usually I would prefer the more straight up blackberry. But after, like I said, after 3 weeks, something that pulled back from that a little bit was, nice and refreshing.
It's refreshing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you ever offered coffee scent?
Yeah, when I first started, I had a mint coffee and a vanilla coffee. I think it was just those two. Yeah, I believe it was just those two.
No,
and then I burnt out on coffee. That was my problem. I burnt out on it. I had them for like 2 years, and then I got sick of coffee scents. I just didn't want to make it anymore.
Gotcha. Now, as far as your lineup now with the 8 that are there, are these fairly stable, or are some of these going to rotate out and then maybe come back in a year, that sort of thing?
Fireside Bandit's not going to go anywhere because that is definitely the best selling, like oil butter combo. Like both of those that's the most popular one.
Vivato?
Twister is on its last round, so when it's done, it's done.
Got it.
And that one won't be coming back. Bard's Tale will be here until I have no more Huckleberry, because that Huckleberry that I ordered, the company that supplies that fragrance, is they went out of business. So I bought the rest of what they had. But when that one's gone, it's gone. I just can't make it anymore.
Okay, gotcha.
So the rest of them, though, they'll be sticking around for a while.
Yeah. In fact, I remember looking at the scent profile for Twister in feeling like I love citrus scents, but I couldn't really, if you had to describe that, besides the way you do on the website, the whole citrus and earthy scents. I'm not.
Yeah, it's definitely earthy. Like you get the yuzu's like relatively strong in that. So you do get that like citrus, but it's definitely earthy. It's on the earthy side, but not like forest earthy, like cedarwood type kind of thing. Like
Got it.
Like
yep.
Ground earthy.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Iraq, hello. Thank you for coming in. Dan B, great to see you. You missed the tough part. Tyler held up well under questioning. He even now, was that a bad question about you phrasing it as a gambling empire or whatever?
That was awesome. That was a great question. I've never been asked that before.
And Beards and Vinyl says, my favorite blackberry scent is the one Tyler made as a custom for me, as with fresh bread. That sounds
blackberry jam and fresh bread.
Wow.
That's what that one was. That one was really good, actually. I like fresh bread as fragrance oil, but it's not for everybody.
Well, I don't. How's it going, Iraq? I don't know. I can't really picture what a beard oil fresh bread would smell like, but it sounds like it'd be up my alley. I mean, it sounds exciting. It sounds great.
Yeah, you would. I think you would like it. It's a good smell.
And as far as the reason you don't make the the blackberry anymore. Is the blackberry part of it what you can't get anymore, or?
So that one was the fragrance oil I used for that was a blackberry and sage combination.
Okay,
That was like a pre-mixed. So
got
the
it.
blackberry and sage for that, whatever they did for that blend, I cannot replicate it. I have tried countless blackberries, countless sages, and other companies blackberry sage. It's not the same. Like
Hey, Big Ben.
I can't get it to be the same. So it's just I won't release it if it doesn't smell the same.
Gotcha. Or call it something different.
Yeah, I would have to call it something different and make it maybe change it up a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't say enough how impressed I was with that peach. I really, when I say that all the peaches I've always loved, I don't quite love as much anymore because they don't quite really smell like peach the way the Fireside Bandit does.
I'm honored. I love that scent.
Hey, Steven. In fact, I was hoping right now peaches are still a little out of season. They're pretty much the one fruit that you can't get year round. I don't know why that is. I mean, anything else, oranges, apples, even pears, but for some reason, peaches off season, you can't get them. Before I reviewed that, I would have actually made a peach cobbler or something just to see, how close.
How close?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm one, if I make something, I can't stand using canned anything. Everything's got to be done fresh.
I agree.
And has Tyler had a scent when he was mixing and said, "Oh crap, this stinks"?
Yeah, well, for roulette, for sure. Yeah, I definitely have. There was like one of the first weeks we did roulette was like cedarwood and pumpkin spice, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful.
Cedarwood and pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it was not good. Don't recommend it. But no, there's definitely been some. There's even been like sometimes people will place like a custom order, and I have to I'll look at what they usually I can tell by just what they ask for, but sometimes people ask for stuff that's just like I have to say like I don't think this is gonna smell good. And then if they're like, "Oh, just try," and I'll mix a little bit, like no, like it's not good. I would change this part of it, and then usually people are like, "Okay," like and we'll go with that. But there's a odd person that's like, "No, I want like exactly this." Like, all right,
you got it.
Like maybe it's just me that I don't like it, but
yeah. And have you ever gotten a complaint afterwards after forewarning them?
I've never had someone come back and complain about it. So, but if I don't like how it smells, I'm gonna tell you before. I won't just send it out.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I don't like this. But if someone asks me to make a cologne scent, let's say, like I don't wear cologne scents. I don't wear cologne. I don't know what smells good, so I can't advise anyone on whether that is going to be good or not.
And a lot of times, a lot of us mean completely different things by cologne. I've had people describe something as a cologne scent, and to my mind, it's not a cologne scent at all. And so there's obviously some, we've all got our own idea of what a cologne scent is.
You're right. Exactly. Ooh, peach musk does sound good.
It does sound awesome. You don't have any musk type scents, do you?
I have musk in the Druid's Grove.
Okay. All right. Yeah, peach and musk sounds awesome.
That does sound really good.
Or peach, tobacco, and musk. Let's play beard oil roulette. And Beards and Vinyl is saying that if you want a custom scent from you, he advises choosing a scent or two and then asking you to mix what you think is going to go there. I would do that with the caveat that, if you think cinnamon or clove is going to work, don't do it.
Yeah, I usually ask people if they do want suggestions. I'll ask them what they don't like. Just start there.
And Justin Bell is wondering what your favorite scent from another company would be.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Oh, man, that is a good one. Okay. So, oh, this is tough. I really, really liked, oh, shoot. No, I can't remember it. From Stroke had a really good tobacco scent. It was triple tobacco. Kyle, if you're in here, type what that was. I can't remember the name of it. It's just escaping me right now. But that scent was awesome. And I can't remember what it was. It started with a T though. And it's not on there anymore. They don't have it.
And Votto appears to think that you might be emotionally damaged.
I know.
If you don't,
I when I was saying it, I was like, yeah, I know Votto loves his cologne scents, and that's cool. Like, it's just I don't, you know. You know what other scent I really, really like from 8-Bit? They have that King Koopa, I think it's called. It's their like citrus tobacco.
Oh, really?
But I don't know why I get this, like, you know, like those Coke bottle candies.
Coke, but no,
No, they're like little Coke bottle candies. I don't know. They're like gummies. I get that like smell from it for some reason mixed with tobacco. I love that scent though.
And I'm with E-Rock here. I like woodsy scents. Woodsy as long as it's not pine. Hey, Justin, thank you for stopping in.
I agree with that.
Ian Musk, he says.
Those are all good. Yeah, I like woodsy scents. I did burn out on woodsy I think I used like woodsy for like when I first started using beard products in general. I think everything was like woodsy. That's all that you could get. It was like cedarwood this or whatever, pine or there's the all woodsy.
Yeah. And Gary says he likes to pick Musk as his starting scent on roulette. I don't think I've ever seen Musk come up.
I may have once. Tall grass, that's what it was. Thank you, Kyle. Tall grass was the stroke scent.
And Spice Bomb is the best cologne scent in existence. I don't know who that's by. Do you?
No.
Tyler?
No, I don't. I like the name though.
Tall grass.
It doesn't sound like it would be a cologne scent, does it? Spice Bomb. Like I don't get cologne from that.
Yeah. And I don't know what Al's saying here with 1420 from Tailored.
I think that's another cologne scent from what I remember.
And I think this is towards you. He's waiting for you to do mandarin, blueberry, lavender, musk. Oh, was he talking to you about that last week?
I think there was a conversation about that in the chat. Yeah.
Fresh Prince from Jay's Beard Essentials. I haven't tried that. Mad Mac, I haven't tried that. Amherst, I did try that. But for some reason, I liked Other Defined better than that. I don't remember what was in it that just kind of didn't make it my favorite in Father Time. So I've at least tried one of those on there. And I like Bearded Votto's new little thing there. The little character.
Yeah, that's good. It's really small on my screen right now, though.
I'm just trying to catch up here.
Oh, yeah, Kyle, Masshole. That was a good one, too.
In Masshole, that was ferocious.
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel. Good to see you. And what else have we got here? Does the Mad Max scent last a long time? I love long-lasting scents. Who was Mad Max? Was Bearded Mac, I believe. Yeah. So now you did mention that you've got one of your scents that's gonna run its course, and that was, I think you said, Twister or Druid's Grove.
Yeah, Twister. Twister will be going away after it sells out. It's gone.
Yeah, and that new one you were talking about, will it replace it or?
The Summer Crush is just a limited, so it won't replace it. I've got a bunch lined up for fall though, so there'll be something that takes its place, but.
And Beards and Vinyl wants to know if you found anything that works with your buttered popcorn scent.
Nothing.
I think I've only heard of one scent with buttered popcorn in it that people actually like. I can't remember which company it is. It's some sort of movie theater themed scent. I can't remember.
Pop and popcorn or something.
Yeah. And from what I've heard, you read the scent profile and it sounds like it's a mess. But from what I've heard, it's just really good.
If it's blended right, I'm sure it would work somehow. I haven't. I don't know. That butter popcorn is a weird one, and I haven't used it that much because I mainly got it for roulette because I thought it was funny. I wasn't gonna make anything permanent with that.
And what possessed you to get it? Just curious and wanted to see.
I just order ridiculous amounts whenever I'm ordering mainline stuff. I pick out 5 or 10 sample bottles of weird stuff for roulette.
I think Kyle might be right that it might be a Mad Mixer scent that I'm talking about. That's some sort of and I didn't. What did Ellie Orchard say that was blasphemy? Did I miss this one?
You did.
Hubby loves West Y Saddle Up, but it smells like spicy mustard to me.
It's funny, when I always enjoy listening to people describe scents that I make, because some people smell something totally different than what I get out of it.
Yeah,
I always find it really interesting.
And E-Rock says smoked and food scents should be removed from Beard products. I guess he thinks they should be banned.
Oh, no food scents at all, E-Rock? Nothing. You don't want or citrus is okay, but no actual food.
I think he's talking about actual food.
Yeah.
But okay. I wonder if that fresh baked bread would be something that he'd say is got to be gone, or ice cream, or or he's just talking about bacon or lasagna. Or
I've never had an ice cream scent.
I did a long time ago. It was by that company that had hemp as the main ingredient. One of the first guys out there that did hemp, Chronic, and they had some sort of ice cream scent.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't good for me. It just, I guess it just smelled a little too much like cream to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actual food scents. Correct. No actual food. No fresh baked bread scent. I think that fresh baked bread sounded awesome. And didn't you say you had it mixed with a fruit?
Mixed with a blackberry jam.
That sounds awesome.
So it was a very sweet blackberry. It was good.
In fact, one of the scents that I've been dying to try, it was, I think, Bay Area on a live stream a year ago, talked about how he was going to make a Captain Crunch with crunch berries. And I finally noticed that T3 makes a Captain Crunch with crunch berries. And I'm dying to try it. I mean, I love Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I have that fragrance at home.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the one that I got, I was into the fragrance that I particularly bought. I don't really think it smells that good, so I haven't used it. It's not even on my list, but I'm sure there's some that smell better than others because that happens all the time.
Or it could be something you put together himself.
Yeah.
And E-Rock says he's with Daniel. He wants to smell like a man, not food. I think he can do both at the same time, E-Rock. Ken Munchies. Yeah, I did. I'm not sure what Vado didn't like. Oh, Munchies. Yes, from I just said the name of it. I get early onset Alzheimer's when I come on here. Chronic, from Chronic, the right. Munchies. Yeah, it just felt like kind of a sickening. It was a good nice smelling scent to smell it out of the bottle. But in Beard, it wore on me.
Yeah.
And Justin Bell says he agrees. E-Rock, I'm a messy eater as I'm not trying to have my beard smell like I just ate.
I can understand that because sometimes sometimes food scents are like almost too strong.
Yep. I mean, I've eaten chicken wings, and I have a hard time getting the scent of the sauce out of my beard.
Chicken wings and ribs are like the hardest food to eat with the beard.
Yeah, I tend not to eat wings while I'm out, but ribs are just too good to pass on. If ribs are available, I'm eating them. And Gary says he hates smoky scents too, until I tried T3 Holy Smoke. You know what? I didn't think I liked smoke scents either, but I think it's just certain smoke scents I don't like. Like the Fireside Bandit. It doesn't bother me at all. And Corey from here I go with Weatherbeard. Yeah, he had a smoky cherry scent that I thought was great. The smoke was just sort of like a blanket over the cherry. And in your campsite Fireside Bandit, to me, it just kind of put some fuzz on the peach.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I don't want it to. I don't like smoke scents that are heavy smoke, but I do like it in there.
Spaghetti is the worst.
Ew, that would be a horrible beard oil.
And E-Rock says he's traumatized by the smoke scents. You poor thing. And what time do we have now? Now we're at probably about 8 of, and I know you have to get ready for your stream, and I know you mentioned you can go until 55, but I know before I do this, I take time to do this and that, and brush my teeth, get a coffee, so I don't want to leave you in the lurch trying to get ready last minute for yours.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, I'll need a few minutes just to get the wheels set up and whatnot. So,
is it heavy?
It's very heavy.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to end it just a little bit early tonight because Tyler's going to get over to his channel to get his beard oil roulette going. So make sure you hop on over there and try and win yourself today's unique oil scent of the day. And with that, I hate closing it down with 18 people in, but like I said, I don't want to leave you in a lurch trying to get ready for yours.
Yeah, so appreciate that. Thanks for having me on, though.
And thank you for coming.
Great time.
I like I said, once I started coming up with these stupid questions, I kind of wish I had come up with more. But
round two.
In hopefully, who was it again that got a little mad at me for picking on you?
Jordan.
Yeah. But anyway, so long, folks. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you. Well, we'll see you next week when we do beard oil roulette. So, and before then, I want to talk to you about some of the shorts I was thinking about putting together, or I'll try and send them to you before I do it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, just send them over.
Yeah. All right, Tyler.
All right. Thank you. See you guys.
See you guys.